There's a specific kind of heartbreak in falling in love with an artist after they are already gone. Yesterday marked 1 year since Ozzy Osbourne passed away, and I couldn't stop thinking about him. And I had tears in my eyes seeing the posts his family shared on Instagram. And I realized how deeply he was loved, not just as an artist, but as a person as well. As you know, I discovered Black Sabbath a few months ago, but before that, Ozzy was just a name I knew. But now I listen to his music, I read about his life, and I actually fell in love with his music. So, and I can't help thinking, I wish I'd really appreciated him while he was still alive. And you know, it's a strange feeling because when I listen to someone like Eminem, for example, he's my favorite artist. I grew up listening to his music and he is still putting out albums today and he is still here. You know, we are growing old together. So it doesn't hit you as hard as when you fall in love with someone from the 70s because you're constantly reminded that time has moved on. Some of them are growing older and others are already gone. So it really hits you hard. And it's a strange feeling. I'm not sure you understand because you lived in the 70s. You grew up listening to those artists. Even seeing Robert Plant live felt completely surreal because these figures feel larger than life. And I also read a letter Ozzy's daughter wrote to him, and it broke my heart because I never had this kind of father figure in my life. And this made me realize how deeply she loved him and how a great father he was. So losing an artist is always sad, but it's even harder when you discover they were also a genuinely kind human being. My point is, it's a heavy feeling, but it taught me something very important, which is give people their flowers while they are still here and celebrate the artists who shaped the world while we still have the chance. And I wish I had been able to do this with Robert Plant when I saw him live, but I couldn't catch him. So I think the only way to celebrate his legacy is through sharing his music with the world and listening to Led Zeppelin. But there's this love that you want to, an appreciation that you want to show people all the time, not only the artists, also the people who you appreciate and who you love. Tell them, express to them in whichever way that you love them because life is so short and tomorrow is not guaranteed. So it's actually a lesson that we could also apply in our lives too. So I want to say, I appreciate you and I love you, and I will keep saying it because I really mean it. And yeah, I love to ramble. I love to ramble on.